G'day World, Macaron comes to you live from Hong Kong for Rise 2018, and thanks to our investment partners Start Me Up Hong Kong and Invest HK. We're here with Timmu. How you doing, man?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Yeah, doing well.
Cool.
Funny story how we met, man.
Yeah,
and
it was.
we just bumped into each other. There was an app called Whale, which allowed you to ask a question in text, and you answer in video. And you asked me a question, and I answered it.
I did.
And look where we are now.
Exactly. Yeah, we just saw at the conference in Hong Kong where we're first time both visiting, and we recognize ourselves, each other. I mean,
Small world, man.
It's a small world, definitely.
Yeah. So how you been? What are you working on?
Doing well. We create 3D avatars of people for games in VR. So we believe VR and AR will become a communication platform in the future, and avatars are in the core of that. That's how you communicate with other people in virtual worlds.
Yeah.
So we create avatars using a smartphone, and we want to take scanning and personal avatars to everyone in the world. So yeah.
So we did a little scan of me. Do you want to show that?
Yeah. There's. There we go.
Yeah, there's me.
There we go.
How sick's that?
Yeah, so that's like a slightly stylized avatar.
Yeah.
We got your hair in the library, so that worked great.
Yeah, cool, man. So tell us a bit about your background and your journey. We were discussing a little bit further before.
Yeah.
You started your first business when you were 16?
Yeah, 16. Yeah, that was like a very kind of simple business, like yours actually, selling stuff in the internet. But yeah, that was like a high school hustle.
Yeah.
And then
where else would you start, right?
Yeah, right. And then I started. That's a fashion company actually, fashion slash the tech, with two designer girls, and then Wolf3D, and we've been doing this for 4 years.
Yeah.
So started as a hardware company actually. We built hardware 3D scanners to scan people, and now we're basically using the database we gathered with our hardware scanners, which is tens of thousands of scans of people, to build that technology to the phone and truly make it scalable to hundreds of millions and billions of people in the future.
Yeah. So amazing stuff. So explain your tech from a layman's terms, if someone who doesn't really understand.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, go for it.
So basically, if you're a game developer, let's say you develop a football game, and you want your players to be able to play the game using their own avatars, so avatars that look like themselves, then they would use our technology to integrate personal avatars. So gamers can scan themselves, play with their friends, recognize themselves, build a career, a football career around their own avatars.
So and that's making it more personalized. They have their own name as the player.
Exactly, it's making it more personalized. And the most popular games and the most cash-generating games in the world at the moment are making money by selling avatar customizations. So, for example, Fortnite, they make $400 million a month by selling T-shirts and hair and avatar animations. That's their only kind of monetization model. So and personal avatars just make the connection between the avatar even stronger. It makes people maybe spend more time with the avatar and spend more time customizing the avatar and so forth.
Yeah. So give us a bit of background on the tech and what your plans further in advancing this. What are you planning on integrating this? You're looking at VR and obviously making personalized avatars. So when you enter social platforms, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
So at the moment we work with a couple of smartphone manufacturers, big ones. So hopefully you will see our avatars on smartphones soon in the camera app.
Oh wow!
So that's kind of the social angle where you would just create a video with your avatar and send it to your friends.
Yeah.
Then we're working with some game developers on integrations. Nothing public yet. We came out with this product this year and beginning of this year. So, but yeah, games and smartphones are the first market, but the reason we're in the business for long term is VR and AR. So I hope that answers the question.
Yeah. So explain to people, why this stuff is powerful for this type of technology. What it's obviously creating more of a personalized connection. VR creates a lot of empathy. So are you trying to enrich the experience between someone meeting someone in VR? And what are the two differences?
Sure, yeah. So in VR, when you meet another person, that person is represented by an avatar. At the moment, that avatar is a generic human or elf or some kind of cartoon character, very generic. And although you feel like you're next to another person in VR because of the immersiveness of the medium or whatever, then if that avatar is not your actual friend, then there's still a big piece missing. You're speaking with a generic thing. We're used to speaking with a person and that has a real face and has a kind of So that's the problem we're solving. We're bringing your real friend into the virtual space so you can actually connect with your real friend. Or also in a like a business environment where you have a virtual meeting in VR with your colleagues that are in another office, have a bunch of people in the same room. You need to recognize themselves, each other. I mean, so that's a very kind of simple.
So this would be perfect for sort of training simulations and working with colleagues in sort of high stress situations, maybe interviews with employers, virtually, right?
Totally, totally. Other collaboration. We have several clients that are several potential clients actually that are working on like virtual collaboration environments. So it can be just a meeting, or it can be an interview, or there's also simulations where you can like practice battle with your people, with your actual group. So like military simulations and stuff like that.
Great. And so what's your main goal while you're here? Are you looking for more partners, investors? Are you looking to expand in Hong Kong?
Yeah, so we see more and more interest from here, and we have more and more clients in China and around here. So we just came to kind of just reach out to people we know around here, and that people that know people around here. So just meeting a lot of people over the week and now advise, just to understand how business is done around here, and to have some kind of a network here that can help us with the business that is coming from here. So it's my first time in Hong Kong. We've been focused on the U.S. market so far, so now it's just kind of taking a trip to understand the area better. And we're not actively looking for investors. Happy to meet with anyone interested for the next rounds, but we won't be raising before the end of the year probably.
Okay, cool. And any sort of other interesting things or insights that you might have for people sort of wanting to enter this space that you could give advice to if they're watching?
So a space as in AR VR?
Yeah.
Right. So I mean it's a tough business at the moment, right? So you need, to enter the VR market, you need to find like a segment that needs your product today, and like enterprise simulations, stuff like that. Because the consumer content market doesn't seem to be very, very strong at the moment. There just aren't enough headsets out there. So it's very difficult to make money in VR, and because of that, it's very difficult to raise money in VR. So there's the only way to really do it is to find some kind of enterprise use case that provides value to users today, and if you do that, then it can be any company. It can be a VR company. It can be you just kind of find out how to find a problem and solve it using VR.
Using this tech.
Yeah.
Great. And so you're currently based in the US and Ukraine?
Estonia. Yeah, exactly.
And so are you bouncing between two countries or?
Yeah, all the time.
All the time?
Yeah.
And what type of partners are you sort of working with this tech? I heard you mention sort of H&M.
Yeah. So big fashion brands. Not only we have a big fashion brand that we're working with, and then gaming companies. There's a couple of VR collaboration environments. In the first seed stage at the moment, we're a little bit all over the place. So
looking to retain your focus a bit.
Yeah, we're deliberately all over the place to understand kind of what segments work best for our tech in the next coming years to really focus when we start growing. So
okay, great. And for anyone sort of wanting to reach out or use this tech in their own stuff, how do they get in touch?
Yeah, so Wolf3D is the company. Wolf3D.io is our website. My name is Timmu. So you can reach out in LinkedIn or you can just send us an email, info@wolf3d.io.
Okay, great. And thanks for watching, guys, and be back for more. Thanks for joining us, Timmu.
Thank you.
And
awesome.
We'll stay connected. Catch you later, guys, and be back for more, coming to you live from Rise Hong Kong. See ya.